What's up, everybody? This is Burt, and welcome to my first podcast. 2012 is here. Everyone's exploring their New Year's resolutions, exploring hobbies, things they might like to take up in the new year. I thought podcasting would be something interesting that I would probably enjoy. So, that being said, here we are. And today's podcast, I want to talk about professional wrestling. Namely, last night's episode of Monday Night Raw, the January 2nd, 2012 edition that promised great and wonderful things, but I'll get into that later. I try to make it a habit to always watch Monday Night Raw, even if I don't catch SmackDown or some of the other shows, because it is their premier brand. Over the past month or so, they've really been pushing some vignettes for someone's return that was going to be earth-shattering, the end of the world as we know it. Things will never, ever be the same again. And that being said, we'll see where the storyline takes us. But that was the main reason I was excited about last night's Raw. Like I said, I usually keep up with it every week, but it's more of a habit sometimes than actually, watching out of interest in the product. Last night, I was very interested, very much looking forward to it, just to see who this was. Everyone had their speculations as to who these vignettes were made for. When they first aired, a lot of people thought it was kind of Undertaker-esque. They thought that it was dark, kind of creepy, had the two little kids, everything was just dark. And I initially didn't think it would probably be The Undertaker, just simply because that would be the obvious choice. So I thought it would be something different, put a little twist on things. As it kept going, most people thought, still that it was either going to be The Undertaker or possibly Chris Jericho, which is who they wound up going with, Chris Jericho. And I'm totally okay with that. The way it came across, I did not like at all the first time I watched. If you watched, you know what I'm talking about. They air another vignette, and it basically says, okay, the time has come for me to reveal myself, and the lights go out, and we see Jericho, which is cool. But, the vignettes are very dark, very sinister, and he comes to the ring smiling, high-fiving everybody, excited, typical white meat babyface stuff. And I'm watching it just going, okay, well, there has to be more to it than this, something has to give. But basically, it was just 10 minutes of that. And I'm thinking, okay, this is what a ripoff, because I was super excited about this. Maybe I set my expectations too high. Maybe it was the mark in me coming out. But, I really expected something substantial from the way these vignettes kept building week after week. And I thought, the vignettes are great. I thought they were really good quality. Thought it had the potential just to be a great story. Was real excited to see where creative was going to go with it. And, there's still the chance that it could be really great. After searching a little on YouTube and reading posts and things of what other people thought, what their interpretation of it was, and, if they felt like it was a ripoff or if they thought that it was really cool, I've kind of calmed down. I'm not as upset about it as I initially was. I'm thinking, they left it very open because he came to the ring, he didn't say a word, and this was like 10 minutes of just getting the fans to cheer for him. 10 minutes, didn't say a word. At the end, you could hear some boos coming in, which I think is the whole point of things, because initially that was my thought. I'm thinking, alright, they've got all these dark vignettes, they're building up somebody that's going to come and reclaim what's theirs. It's going to be the end of the world as we know it. Things will never be the same. Vengeance. just very dark, very sinister. And then to see him come out as a babyface like the original Y2J, I'm just like, okay, well, they completely missed the mark with this one. Like, why would you make vignettes that are kind of leaning heel and then bring a babyface out? But I'm thinking that the whole babyface thing was just, working the crowd, and I'm pretty sure that the heel turn is coming abruptly, maybe even as soon as next week. And thinking more about it, that was a very heelish thing to do, to come out and get everybody excited and walk around for 10 minutes just having everyone on the edge of their seats, just waiting for him to cut a promo and explain all of these mysterious videos and whatnot, and to not say a word and just go back in the dressing room and just leave it at that. It just really pissed everybody off. And, reading reviews and things, I can see what better way could you come out and be a heel than by doing that. And that makes a lot of sense, because now everybody's just, even myself, I was just like, really, this is it? I was like, whatever. Almost ready to boycott and not even watch it next week. I would have probably watched it anyway, who am I kidding? But, I just didn't feel like it was worthy of those vignettes. But I'm thinking maybe eventually that it will get there as the storyline progresses. And the rumors are that it's a big build-up between Jericho and CM Punk at WrestleMania 28 in Miami, which, if everything goes as planned, I plan on being in attendance for that. That would be a great match, and those are two of the best talkers in the wrestling industry. So I can imagine the promos that they would cut on each other, and the in-ring work would be great too. On top of that, on the card, you've already got The Rock versus Cena. That's going to be epic. And whoever The Undertaker does eventually come back and face, which saw some rumors that it could be Triple H with Shawn Michaels as special guest referee. That would be kind of interesting. Some people are thinking maybe Brock Lesnar, since he is not with UFC anymore. That's, it's possible, but I doubt they'll go that way with it. But, anyway, if you're a wrestling fan, if you enjoy Monday Night Raw and whatnot, shoot me back some comments. Let me know what you thought about this whole angle with Jericho, and were you let down? Were you excited that he was back? Did you understand it immediately, or do you still not understand it? Interesting to know your points of view. Enjoyed sharing mine with you, and I'll leave it there until we get together again, probably next week, a week or two, however long, until my second podcast, and who knows what that'll be about. But, here's to the start of a new hobby for me, and hopefully you'll enjoy listening to these and sounding off on your opinions as much as I enjoy making them and seeing what you guys have to say. So take care, God bless, peace, see you next time.